One of the things that strikes me today is, and I think it was kind of what Christine and what Anne have said, that this is a group that likes taking on really complex stuff. That none of this is easy. Probably if it were easy, we wouldn't need the kind of caliber of people sitting around the table that we do. And whether it's the gold standard, and who'd have thought that the Secret Service would be a roadblock to the gold standard, and maybe we need to have a particular Secret Service rule in the gold standard without reducing our standards by any means. Yep. But even to things like drug shortages, to data sharing, wherever you turn in healthcare, this isn't an easy subject. And to a degree, that's appropriately so, because we've built an awful lot of legislation to protect patients. We've built a lot of legislation to protect the interests of those who are putting money at risk to invest in new cures. And all of those pieces of legislation are extremely important. But it is equally important that intelligent people come and sit around a table and think about, from a pragmatic and perhaps a bold way, about how we can still protect those interests, but also bring together people in a way that will ultimately protect people from the threat of cancer. Because as I guess it was Mace's, or it was Charles's graph on the fact that we haven't really seen yet enough decrease in cancer mortality, that still has to be our guiding motivation. That together, I think we've got to be able to bend that curve. We've been working on it for 30 years. Personally, as I go around, I've never seen the science look more exciting. The challenges to getting a new medicine to market have only increased. Funding a new idea has never been more difficult. But there are new people who are trying new models out there. You're seeing new funding models out there. The FDA has really dramatically changed its approach in terms of making sure that it is, on the one hand, protecting patient safety, but also in making sure that new medicines are being readily available. This past year, the FDA made a new rule that it is now possible to have a combination therapy approved in cancer, even if the individual medicines are not themselves approved, which is a massive, massive step from a regulatory point of view. It was always believed you had to have 2 approved medicines, then you combine them. But of course, as we know in cancer, that it is only when you bring the 2 medicines together that either of them can be demonstrated to be efficacious. But this is sort of where some of the new spirit is going, because people are really trying to find answers to problems and not just throwing up barriers. So it was short. I think we could probably have easily spent more time. And as always, we have to find the right balance between your busy schedules and being able to have enough depth of dialogue. And I hope you'd agree that Marty and the team have come up with an agenda that did that. I think we addressed some extremely important subjects. I think when you look at the curve that Judy has shown in terms of the rapid uptake of the gold standard, you can really see what can really come about when we all put our minds together. So from that point of view, I'd just like to thank all of you. Again, all of you are busy. You've taken the time to come be with us in North Carolina, to lend your thoughts, your resources, and your commitment. And I just would like to thank all of you for that, and particularly again for Marty, but also for Peggy and John, who really brought all of this together. So thanks very much, and I think we can declare the meeting adjourned if there are no other business. Thank you very much.